So in this video, we're going to be analyzing an exponential model. This model is for a deli sandwich that's placed in a cooler, and as it cools, the temperature goes down. What we're going to do in this problem is find the initial temperature of the sandwich, figure out by what percent it's changing each minute, and then find out when the sandwich reaches a particular temperature. So we start with this particular model, 19 times 0.88 to the t. We want to find out the initial temperature. The answer is 19 degrees Celsius. In an exponential model of the form a b to the x, the initial value is always the value of a. You can see this by plugging in 0 for x and seeing that a is the only thing that's left. Next, we're going to see what percent the temperature is changing each minute. Remember, we have a particular formula for this sandwich. Whenever you have an exponential model of the form y equals ab to the x, the b, the base, is the key to figuring out the percent change. That b is always 1 plus the percent change. So we can use that to solve for the percent change. Notice that we get a negative percent change, which tells us that the temperature is decreasing rather than increasing. A positive percent change would tell us that the temperature was increasing. Finally, we're going to find out when the temperature will be 5 degrees Celsius. This requires solving an exponential equation. Essentially, what we're going to do is set our model equal to 5 degrees Celsius so that we can find the input, T, that goes with the output, 5 degrees Celsius. The first thing we need to do is isolate the thing with the exponent by dividing by 19. Next, we're going to take a log of both sides. I'm going to use log base 10 because that's a button on my calculator. By taking the log of both sides, we can pull the exponent down in front using that property of logarithms. Now we just divide and conquer. Now we have an answer for what t is, and we can use our calculator to get an approximation that's maybe a little bit more useful. I get 10.44 minutes, so almost 11 minutes until the sandwich gets down to 5 degrees Celsius. P.S. We could have used an approximation earlier and still gotten the same answer as long as we gave ourselves enough significant digits or enough decimal places in the approximation. And here's what that would have looked like. P.S. I didn't have to use log base 10. We could have used natural log instead, which is one less letter to write down. We also could have used any logarithm, but natural log and log base 10 are convenient because they're buttons on your calculator. And here's what that would have looked like.